Hello team, welcome back to Frostpunk on PS5. So, we are facing now the second of our cold snaps. It's day 10. And we got, what is this? A day that's 2 and a quarter days to go through this cold snap. So, I think the first thing we have to do is we're going to have to turn the overdrive on. Because I don't think that I can change that that bar at all. That one. What does it say? Increase or decrease? No. I don't have the ability to crank up the power, which is a bit of a nuisance. We're out to heat zone 2. We're doing okay. Let's see what that looks like. So that would go out that far, which is fine because these are tents out here, but they're being taken down. There's a couple of tents out there. Yeah, so I think that's probably okay. So what's happened? Not a lot. I resolved a few things. So I have managed to actually bring the discontent down and bring the hope back up. And I did that because I managed to get everybody in a tent, and in fact I overbuilt, and we'll talk about that in a second. I managed to build and staff another medical post, so we've now got 3 medical posts. I've managed to build and staff another hunter's hut, so I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 hunters huts going now, which is pretty good. We have where is the food? It's down here. I have fully staffed the cookhouse and enacted a new law for soup, which makes some of our food last a little longer. So you can see that we're actually now making slightly more food than we need, which is great. People who eat soup don't like it, but soup's better than not soup, so there you go, which is great. And I think that's it. So there's some people complaining about food, but frankly we've got food. You can see in the top we've got food, and there's 28 people complaining about being sick, but I think that's a bit of a backlog of things, and we will eventually work our way through that with the amount of places that we have. And we had to build a... Where are you now? Because I can't... Is it this? I think it's this. No, that's the cemetery. Where's the other one? That's a tent. I don't know what all the fancy buildings look like. Is it you? Yes, we built a care home for people who are in the care home, which is interesting because if you have a look there, they're an amputee, they're under treatment, they're an amputee, they're apparently going on an expedition. They're going to dismantle things. Why are these people who are supposed to be in treatment and or otherwise going to treatment actually going to work as well? One man went to mow. I don't really know. We built a whole load more roads because our scouts came back with a whole bunch of wood, which is just as good because we have run out of wood. So that is why I has taken these apart, because what I has noticed is that what I needs is this. The sawmill allows us to build sawmills which can turn frozen trees into using material, producing up to 80 wood per standard workday. It's going to cost me 10 wood because these are frozen trees. So I am assuming that I can build a sawmill out here amongst the frozen trees. We've got frozen trees there, we've got frozen trees there, frozen trees there, and frozen trees all around here. So I am assuming that if I build a sawmill, it enables me to utilize that resource. I really better hope so, because we're running out. I don't know about the coal situation. That says 181, 149. So this is how much it's got left. 31. That one's about to run out. That one's still got quite a bit in it. That one's still got quite a bit in it. That's steel, steel, and that's coal deposit. So we need coal mines. So eventually we're going to need to research coal mines. But right now we are out of wood. So I am harvesting these back to get some wood for stuff. And the scouts are off to have a look at this gloomy cave. We found some more survivors in the observatory. So we found survivors at the Lost Expedition, the sturdy shelter, and the observatory. And we've got the steel bridge to go to. But right now, they're off to have a look at the gloomy cave. So, we're going to see how we go with the old cold snap. That means with overdrive on, a lot of people are going to be happier, and some people are going to be less happier. But I need this wood research sorted, and I need this wood sorted. Right, the day is getting started. Right, so there we are. We have that done. Let's go to resources now. And we need that. It's going to take 7 hours to get that sorted, which hopefully should be fine. There goes the coal pile that we talked about. Some people are having frostbite, which is not a surprise. Oh, and I want to talk about laws. Right, so I spotted something. So that was soup. So you've got soup over there, radical treatment we've got over there, we've got extra rations and overcrowding, and we've got cemetery and ceremonial wards and the care house. We've got now prosthetics, which would be good because I think we could give people prosthetics. We don't have to do anything, and there's no downside. That seems like an absolute win. We'll get back to that. So, some of these are very definitely just things, and it comes in one circle. Emergency shift, right? Sometimes you need people to pull in an emergency shift. Okay, got it, fine. Fighting arena, yep, got it. It is what it is. You can go up there. You've got dueling, the pub, extended shifts, and so on. Where you've got two choices, you've got two choices, black and white. Remember that game, black and white? You can either enact a law that says we're going to put kids to work in safe jobs, like cookhouses or hothouses. It says they can still be injured. Or we're going to put kids away in shelters during the day, which gives a permanent hope boost. You obviously don't have more workers, and you obviously have to build something. So once you've enacted one of them, that's the way it is, and the other one disappears. So the question is, do you then decide that you're going to put kids to work in safe jobs where they could still be theoretically injured, or do you want to lock them away in a shelter? It's interesting that this increases hope, but it doesn't add discontent if you don't do it, because the people might be grateful for the kids to help out. Kids are great help. My kids are great help. I don't know if I'd employ them. So that's the situation. You've got a decision. You can go one way or the other, good or bad, pro or con, depending on how you look at it. So for this one, you could give extra rations to the sick, which speeds up recovery, which is great. Do you have food for that? Or overcrowding, which is just cram them in there, make the most of your facilities. Discontent rises and does nothing, so it just increases discontent. This speeds up recovery, so interesting. But where we're going is prosthetics, because it would be very, very good if we could get into prosthetics.
Listen, everyone, new law is signed,
and you can build them in the factory. Are you what? How to work? Out of food? Out of raw food. Okay. Oh yes. So it seems like we have. May as well have you go there. That's everybody, isn't it? May as well get as much coal as possible right now. So yeah, so there you are. So we are moving forward. I have stabilized some things a little bit shall we say. I seem to be struggling with people being sick though. It keeps going up. I don't really know why it keeps going up. In as much as we could do with another engineer there, and we could do with another engineer there. Are there any engineers in here? Let's drop 2 engineers and add 1 there and 1 there. And who's this that needs extra? Nobody. Why is it only operating at 67%? Is that because it's actually got capacity? I'm happy that it has capacity. I would like for that sick number to go down. I don't know why it's not going down. Let's have a look at what the city says. So the care house has no issues. Nobody has any issues. Is this just a backlog? That's operating, although it's fully staffed, it's operating at 67%. And that's operating at 67%. I wonder if I shut one down, will it boost the other one to 100%? And then I don't need to... If I shut that down and have it run for a second. Right, and now check that. You're still only running at 67%. Untreated people have gone up and 1 gravely ill. Does it take time for it to filter through? Does that change? Why is that one only running at 67%? No, it doesn't seem to... Oh, because it only...
Workday ends. It's time off.
Right, that medical post is now up to 100%, which is fine. So we now open this one. 3 people. It's gonna take a while. Gonna take a while. Wait. What's this? The number of the untreated, you need more. Ah, man, I mean, how many do you need? I have 3 days to admit 1/3. Ooh, 10 people. So this one isn't operating at all now. Is this just because... Anyway, let's go have a look at what my scouts have found. There are a number of footprints we should check. There are bears. Oh, attack the bears. The scouts died. Okay. Well, that's a bit of a bugger. I need to make some more scouts because my scouts died. Right, this is now up to 33%. It now says there's a possibility of, 15 people. So that's now, what is this? 5 people. That is a hunter's hut. No, I'm looking at a hunter's hut. No, this is 5. This is 5. What's that? Cookhouse closed. 5. So I just have to build another one. So we're trying to keep on top of medical. Gosh, these people. I need 25 wood. Don't got 25 wood. Still free time? Really? Is it 8 o'clock is the work day?
Work time. Get moving.
Oh, it blew up. Pushed it a touch too far, I feel. Pushed it a touch too far. One after another, they all freeze to death. It's over. Right, there you go. Well, thanks for playing. I'll see you all next time. Yeah, okay. Well, that didn't last nearly as long as I thought it was going to, which is perfectly fine. So let us see if I can't reboot this and get us to day 10 again. Shall I? And I'll see you all soon. Thank you. Right, well, hello again. It's day 10 again. Right, we're back, and I've done this again, obviously. I've tackled it slightly differently this time, actually, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. So I've as you can see, I've foregone building the beacon early on to make scouts, and I've gone straight with, let's try and sort out where we live first before we worry about other people, rightly or wrongly, because there's no time limit on the convoy stuff, right? There's time limits on other stuff, like take care of the ill. I've got to treat 2 more people in 2 days and 13 hours. I hope that's the case, but otherwise it might not be. Who's not employed? I've got 1 idle worker and 1 idle child. How dare they? Right, and we'll talk about children. Probably need wood. Or actually steel. Because I'm trying to get more steel. And 1 extra child. So, yeah, so I've decided to forgo the beacon. And I kind of feel, I don't know, I feel a little bit like I haven't got quite as far. And the thing is, that's probably because population and things, and I got a big population boost when I rescued the Lost Expedition. But I was borderline for a lot of things because the population went up, but then I didn't really have enough resources, enough everything else. Look at the coal situation, people. How did that happen? We are going to run out of coal. I've got so many people working on coal, but we're going to run out of coal anyway. That's interesting. So stranger things have happened this time, as you can no doubt tell. So for some reason, coal is a drama. Coal plus 300. So as long as we don't muck around with the overdrive, we should be fine. Now, this is going to be chilly for people. I have already researched. One of the things that I spent a bit of time doing was I researched the generator range upgrade. So I really spent some time getting that done first. And what else did I do? I've been working on this as well, hunter's gear, to try and produce more food, and I want to get into the sawmill, but we have researched the beacon because no, we haven't researched the beacon because we haven't got enough steel, because I've been focusing on other things. So for some reason this time we've really struggled with coal. That said, we're not struggling with food. So win some, lose some, win some, lose some. In the laws side of things, I decided to go with child labor on safe jobs. It causes some interesting things to occur. So there's questions about, do they need extra rations? Do they need this? It obviously triggers a different set of questions and things. People want to keep their kids home, but you have to kind of force them to go to work and so on. We've got soup, got radical treatment, we've got care home, we've got prosthetics. So we're going the same way as we were. We've got cemetery. We've got child labor. We haven't done emergency shift, although it makes sense. We haven't done fighting arena, and we haven't worked out any of these other things. And that's pretty much sort of where we were. So just this time around, I brought in child labor so that kids could work in relatively safe jobs. We have had kids. 1 child, I think, had an accident, but there you go. Kids have accidents, I suppose. It's I think a better solution. So we've got the hunters' huts working at 5, 5, and 4 because we've had to take people off. We've got this working at 4 out of 5 because we would really like to be able to get some food generation up and running. We've got more medical units in, but again, we can't fully staff the medical units. And this time I decided I was going to put all the houses right next to the generator. And it kind of makes sense, right? I mean, at least if you're warm at night, you're warm at night. and you get up and go to work, and it's chilly at work. You know, it's not a lot I can do about that for now, but it is what it is. So I don't know. The kids working the piles, they don't seem to be very efficient at it, and no great shock there. The real thing is sort of maintaining the coal situation. So I think we're okay-ish. We're going to see. As you can see, the discontent is very low. Not gone, but low. Hope is high. Research at 48%. We've got food. We've got everybody employed. We've got one child prohibited from work for some reason, one amputee, and 4 people in palliative care. So, yeah. Let's see how we go from here, huh? Like I said, it feels slightly different coming in this way. It feels slightly different. So, yeah, everybody goes back to being chilly. I mean, I guess what I can do is... The coal is on the uppity up. So we're still gaining. There's the theory possibility that I could just put it on to overdrive at night, switch it on during the day, because isn't that when it's supposed to be coldest? I mean, if you look at the temperature, does it actually change? I don't see it changing during the day and night, although we do see that it's chillier in the tents. I don't know why this steel is taking so long. 2 workers and 1 child. They don't seem to be making. They're making half an hour. I've got to get that steel up. So here's the free time. Why does that say 17 hours? That's the amount of fuel. Because they've stopped. Okay. And the food is going down. So things are all dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and doing the dropping that they're dropping. Okay, because I suspect if we run out of coal, are we pretty goosed as well? 8 hours. Yeah, that's okay. And then it's going to be 6 o'clock, and then we're going to start harvesting stuff again. So it's going to go back up again.
Get to work. Move, people. There's plenty to do.
So it seems to be working. The sick people is not looking good with the take care of the ill. And the take care of the... It's a hard one because you need engineers. So to get... I think that these 3 working at full capacity, because these 2 are only working at 33%. These 3 working at full capacity, I think would solve the problem. I mean, I suppose I'm not doing anything with this right now. So let's boost that by 3 and boost that by 1. Because we're not researching, so we may as well get those people allocated somewhere else. Can you like switch that off? Halt. There you go. So we don't need to see that.
Workday ends. It's time off.
I don't think we're going to have enough coal. We didn't really get nearly as much coal as I would have liked, to be honest. It's dropping and 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 it's dropping, and it's really dropping. Woo! That's snug, man. That's real snug. That's close. Yeah. Coal gain 84, coal consumption 0. Is that because this is off? Let's turn it on because it really needs to go on. Alright, fire it up again because that's right. Where are we? Sorry. Oh, there's something wrong. Why now? Why did that do that? I don't know why it's done that. Is this just because the amount of kids that I've got working? Kids are just no good. Kids are just that's wood. So there's 10 workers available. Where have they come from? That's the medical post engineer. That is a child to work there. What changed? Did I miss something? So something happened. Maybe they're just people who've come back from being sick. So we'll get them back on the go, diddly. We'll get some kids on the go, diddly. And we'll see what we can do, diddly. Still not enough. Still not enough. Still not enough. Interesting. Interesting. So crates. We've got one child working out there by themselves. Poor lamb. There you go. Work with these people. They bully me. Right. So pardon me. We need more coal here, people. So, yeah. So I seem to be struggling more this time. So by focusing on the population that I've had and working with the population that I have, I'm having a much harder time managing these numbers than, I mean, basically I've got to shut one of these down to get enough workers. Right, so I'll halt that and I'll put that coal up all the way, and we're still not there. So we're still not there. Still not there. If I take all the hunters away, we've got no food. We're gonna starve to death. If I take all the medical people away, there's gonna be no one left. What is this? A cemetery? There aren't people in there. So we don't have enough people. People have died, remember? I started out with 80, I've now only got 74. So without being able to get steel to build the beacon, to get the stuff to do the thing, I mean, I suppose what I need to do is I need to get those kids off there and get them on there. Because if we don't get this beacon built, for heaven's sakes, then we're in real dire trouble. That's a coal pile. We need coal. That's also a coal pile. Is it better to take people off this and put them on here? Perhaps. Who's that? Is that a child? Is there room for children on this steel pile? There is. So we're down now. We've got, you know, we should almost say we've got one coal pile and a bit, and it's not enough. It's not enough. Medically speaking, I gotta pull some more people off. I've got to see what this looks like. That's it. It's even Stevens. I gotta shut that medical facility. So that's also off. So I've had to close 3 buildings. So this doesn't look particularly superly good either. I've got to push on. Remember, I've got to take 5 people out to make a scout team. So I'm not sure we're going to survive this hacker round either. So we'll keep going, and we'll see how we go. I tell you what, I'll just do it offline, and I'll see how I go. If I get the scouts, if I survive long enough to get the beacon made, train some scouts, get the scouts out to the Lost Expedition and get the Lost Expedition back and stabilize, I'll bring you back. Otherwise, we'll die, and I'll have to go and redo it again and come back for a 3rd pass at this. And where are we with time-wise on this one? Yeah, we've got time, so we'll see how we go. So hold all your fingers and toes and everything else crossed, and we'll see where we get to shortly, shall we? At least from your perspective. See you soon. Right, so 3rd time's a charm, right? So day 10. Remember day 10? We're back to day 10. Right, I took a slight, well, I took a more refined approach, a combination approach of the 2 approaches that, 3 approaches that I'd previously done. Or is this the 3rd? I can't remember. So, yeah, so what have I done? Well, you can see that we are running out of resources. So, resources are definitely very finite inside the pit. In terms of the stockpiles, so this stockpile has 240 coal left, and this stockpile has 59 steel left. This is coal, which is a coal deposit for a coal mine. That is iron ore, which presumably is for steel. That's the wreckage, which has got 4. It's going to go out very, very soon. This is presumably the way in and out. And this is a coal reserve here, etc. So you are definitely going to run out. So that is pretty much a given. So I guess the answer here is what I kind of alluded to. You can't survive alone. You've got to get these scouts out. And when you do the first lost expedition thing, which is this one, they find an awful lot of resources, and they bring those resources back, and that really gives you a very big boost. And I'm currently wandering around these other places to see if they have other resources. Also, the Lost Expedition brings you a lot more people that give you a boost, because the issue in particular is things like this medical. So you don't have enough engineers to keep things like the medical and that going. You need more, and the only way you get more is through acquiring people from expeditions. I think. I don't know if people breed in this game. So while I do appreciate that we have children, which might arguably mean that they might, the Book of Laws might not be clear on that. Yeah, so I don't know whether we can grow our own population ourselves, in short. So you have to go out and do the Lost Expedition kind of side of things. And that enabled us to get enough people and brought back enough resources to be able to do some other things, which was create this, which is a coal thumper, which I don't actually know if it's doing anything. It says it's resources as a coal pile. I think it's my belief is it's making coal. I'm not 100% sure on that. Where is coal pile and coal pile? So I'm not actually sure it is doing anything, to be fair. We have a sawmill, which I don't know what that's doing. So I still might not survive this, because it doesn't actually tell you how to use these things. So I don't know if I'm using it correctly. That's the cookhouse. And I did have a resource center and things. So my assumption was that that people would go out and get the frozen wood and bring it back again. I'll show you what happens if you try and place it. Resources. I think this is resources, right? Coal thumper. So does it have to go there? Is that what that means? It says here, building here will block place for an important facility. So this is for the coal mine. So I can't. So my assumption is, what does that do? Is that what's that? I don't know what that is. So perhaps this needs to go. No, doesn't like that. Doesn't like that at all. That building here will block place for an important facility. Yeah, so I'm not really super certain I understand what these are doing. We might have to wait till daytime to have a look at them, because they're not operating now because it's after shift. So I'm still not 100% clear on how some of these things function per se, and it isn't automatically clear from the game. So this thing here now has an extended range, which is kind of important. We've got most of the houses. We've got 3 houses on the outskirts. I mean, the important thing here for me when designing this was as many houses close in, move the workplaces further out, and the medicals have to be close in. If they're not close in, they don't really work very well on healing people. So So that's a thing. These ones on the outside, not a lot I can do about that for now, in as much as I can. So that's where we are, and we're still trying to learn, and we have some resources and things. This is the heat situation. Let's have a look, and we'll go around the numbers and see what we've got. Now then, you see that we have these things here. We have a coal pile with no people on it. We seriously have no coal going, but that might just be because of the time of day it is, although unlikely. Steel wreckage, well, we're working on stuff. We've got one that's not being used. Food is always a struggle, always a struggle, always a struggle. And we have one hunter's hut that seems to be not doing so well, 47%. Not really sure why that is. Can I check that? Why is it's got all the workers it needs. It's warm enough. Some people are sick. Quite a few people are sick. Okay, well that solves that problem. So quite a few people are sick. Perhaps if this was working properly, we'd be on top of it. That would be one. It would still be 120 a day, wouldn't it? So in theory, we need another one to take us up to 180 a day. Is that right? 20, 40, 60. Where does the 120 a day come from? It's doubled. 20, 40, 60 doubled, and another 20 would be 40. So that would be 160. Yeah. Okay, fine. So realistically speaking, we need a new hunter's hut. Did I see how many people have we got kicking around? We've got no workers. We got nobody there. We got. Yeah, we could. Yeah, okay. How many people? 22 unemployed kids. So we could, in theory, perhaps. This one's the one that's fully staffed with engineers. So we could swap this out for kids and get another hunter's hut. Let's consider that as a possibility. And then where are we going to put this darn hut? Oh, if that house had been slightly further over. Anyway, hunter's hut. Hunter's hut. It's all quite far out, I think. Not adjacent to a street. So we need a street. Yes, okay. But we need to have the street built. Can we build the street quickly? Right, there they go. They built the street so we can do the hunter's hut. It seems to take up a lot of space. It looks like it can take up a smaller space. It could take up a bigger space. Why does it take up that space there? Which is, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grids. But if I put it there, it only takes up. Oh no, it does take up 5 grids. Okay. I see. That's how that works. Interesting. Well, we're gonna put it there. So we got another hunter's hut, and we'll manage the people when we when we sort all that out. Because I mean, we're not bad, but we're not great. We currently don't have enough food, and there are currently 3 people that are homeless for some strange reason, best known to themselves. I suppose I could build another tent, but heavens above where? It's going further and further out. There? Right, okay. Well, there's another tent built, so that sorts that out. Anyway, where were we? Food. Right, so I think I sorted that out. Medicine. There's no people that are untreated. There are 16 citizens in treatment, and 16 were cured yesterday, and we're all working fine. So, and we have a care house. So that's fine. I don't think we need anything more, and we're going to, talk about getting things like upgrades. And in terms of the inhabitants, we've got 3 homeless people that we talked about, and these are the houses. These are the tents out on the edge, which I could do nothing about until something. City info wise, coal, yeah, we got 538, but we need to sort that out with the coal coming, the cold snap coming. We've got 107 wood, which is going to run out eventually, 56 steel, which we're going to run out of eventually. We've got two steam cores, which I think is a resource that you get at the start of, don't know about it. Raw food, food rations, and prostheses are all zippity doodah. There are 3 homeless people, 9 that are hungry, 8 are starving, 3 amputees, 16 being treated, and none in palliative care. Our hope is very high, and our discontent is quite low, so we're doing quite well. We just got to get through this recent cold snap. Tech tree wise, let's go back to heating. So we've got the generator range upgrade. The power upgrade would allow us to raise the temperature in all heat zones by 1. Heaters only affects each workplace. So that the amount of houses I've got leads me to suspect that that might need to happen, but it says there coal consumption is doubled, whereas with here it says coal goes up by 1 coal per hour when running. So we might see this won't deal with tents, which is odd for some reason. Anyway, and if we wanted to go up to here, it's I mean it's doable right now, but it would take everything else out of the equation. So we don't know. Exploration, we did the beacon. I'm not worried about exploration right now, to be perfectly honest. Although we got the factory down here, which is because it's exploration and industry, and the factory allows us to make prosthetics and various other bits and pieces. So, but to get there would take the same. So it's all the same. Resources wise, like I said, this. So like, I don't understand this. So it says, by pumping pressurized water into underground coal deposits, the coal thumper washes the precious resource to the surface, forming a pile, enough for 2 gathering posts. Okay. And the sawmill says, turns frozen trees into producing up to 80 wood. It doesn't say you have to, it must be built there, and this is the steelworks. Extracts iron ore from deep deposits and processes. So, I mean, I feel like my buildings are in the wrong place, and we're doing the medical post upgrade. I'm hoping you just upgrade the building, or it's automatic. People employed in medical posts will heal the sick 10% faster. I think it's just an automatic skill upgrade. Bunkhouses will be better for keeping people warm. Hot houses better for food. Flying hunters, etc., etc. Yeah. So, and book of laws. So where do we go to? Well, we went for child labor in safe jobs, and we're staying out of that for now. There's like a set series of progressions that you go through with this, and I've been through it. I have been through with the other one, which is children in care or something. Cemetery we've done, radical treatment we've gone down here to care home, and on down to prosthetics. We've gone with soup. I haven't gone with either of these yet. I need to wait. I'm contemplating something like emergency shift, or maybe fighting arena. The thing is, fighting arena needs me to build something, and this is a code. So this is a code, this is a build. These are both codes. I think that's a code, got organ transplants, and so on. So yeah, I'll have a think about that. And I presumably after you've finished all of these, you get a different series of laws to come in. So anyway, there we are. So I'm not, like I say, I'm still pretty hazy on this, on this stuff, and probably more especially this stuff, because it just seems to me like it doesn't want me to put it here. So if I needed to put it near coal, it would say put it near coal, but it just lets me put it anywhere. So I'm kind of, let's zip on through time and get this cold snap happening. New law. I think we'll go with emergency shift, just in case. There we go.
Listen, everyone. new law is signed.
And the cold is coming. Winter is coming. Right, here comes the cold. But we want to see what happens when the day shift starts, right?
Wrap up well. The frost
Right,
is
temperature
near.
down. Right, day shift has started.
Move.
So
Time
this
to
here is still saying it's inoperative, but it might be inoperative now because it's just too darn cold. This is working. So the cold thumper is working and it's making 33.6 an hour, which is fine. I think this is a cold thing. Oh, and I haven't assigned anyone to it. Well, surely the kids can do it. I mean, it's right nearby, so we can get the kids doing it. That's no drama. Because we wanted the hunter's hut, which one is the new hunter's hut? Is it this one? No, which one was the new one? This one. We need to get some more hunters involved. So there you go. So this is working, but this is not working. Now, it could be that it's just because it's too cold out there for it to work. Because that's usually what that red thing means. No gatherable resources in range, you see. So I think you can't move that. So I wonder, do I need to put it like there? Like out here? And there's, like we put it here, we put one here, gather those resources, and then put another one slightly further out. Maybe that's the way it's meant to work. Need to put a road out to this place. We can't put it too close to anything else, but I think maybe if we were to, let's see, if we were to take a road from, say, here, let's say we did a road over here and then did it out this way. That far? That's 14 wood. And we progress things on a little bit. Right, we've got sick people healing faster, which is great. Let's build this road, team. Right, so they've just about built that. So I think maybe what we can then do is do that. Do you think that covers enough? Doesn't like it. I'm worried that we'll destroy resource. Will destroy resource. It's one of those things you don't want to go too far. Let's build it there first and see what happens, because then what I think I'm going to have to do is dismantle that one. Right? So let's try that. So the cold thumper can go anywhere, but the wood has to go within a resource area. Right? Is that what I'm to understand?
The shift is ending.
People are hungry. You'll have 3 days to feed everyone and stockpile 71 food rations. You'll have 3 days. Let's just do that. I mean, I vaguely hope I'll be able to sort it out. We need one more person, one more worker. There you go. We've got some spare because I don't have people there, but we'll do that. That's being demoed. Temperature is dropping, so what my plan is and has been is kick it into overdrive at night and then keep a very close eye on it and vaguely hope that something goes on. Anyway, my scouts are ready and my scouts are here, and what have they got to say? They found some survivors. Instead of astronomers, the astronomers, the sun is dimming. Yes. It will take longer and some of them may die. I think we'll be okay. We can't escort everybody, but I also want to try this one. I want to go there. And then eventually we want to go and check out some slightly further out areas. So anyway, we'll go back to where we were. How's this working on overdrive? Okay, not bad. Keep an eye on the overdrive, obviously. So we've heat We are heating a lot of places. There are some places that are obviously not doing so well. And again, I guess the main issue here is food generation. We're not really getting the food that we want, that I don't know we're going to feed everybody. We've got 14 hungry people that I've got to feed, so I guess we'll see how that goes. Now then, one other thing before I run out of time, because I don't have a lot of time after all this mucking around. This thing here. We found this on our expedition at the bridge. It's a big automaton. I don't know what it does, but you have the option of taking it or scrapping it. And I was like, well, pardon me, I'm not scrapping it. So we've got this thing coming back. I don't know what it does. I don't know what use it is, but there you go. This is our coal pile. Let's get no, they're already working there. It's just a gold, etc., etc. Right. Okay. Oh, research. Right. Research. This is all resource stuff. What's the charcoal do? Allows us to build charcoal using intensity. So you can turn wood into coal. Okay. Coal mining. Do we think that's important? What does the coal thumper do? So the coal thumper gives us 560 coal a day. This gives you 240 coal a day. Oh, interesting. Why is this not up there and that down there? What's the story with this thing? Why is this better if it does less than half of that? Exactly. And what's this? This just lets people gather stuff faster. Okay. This is the hot house that maybe produces more food, as we've said. Which we're going to need more heat for. This is the exploration in industry, which we said because you want to get down to things like factory. But I think heating is where we are with the important stuff, and I think we need to get this going. So let's get heaters going. And we need a law. So we've got emergency shift, we've got child labor, all jobs, which seems like you don't really have a choice. I don't have to use them. Ceremonial funerals does what? Loss of hope caused by death is halved. Yeah, okay. Child labor, all jobs. Hope fails, discontent rises, child workers can be injured. Yeah, okay. We've got extra rations for the ill or overcrowding. Probably not a good idea to do it now. We've got the fighting arena, we've got the extended shift. I think... Gotta build something, eh? Evening bouts reduce discontent. I think we're gonna go with the ceremonial stuff. Because I don't have to... Basically because I don't have to build anything.
A new law has passed.
So this thing, don't forget to switch off. It's morning now, so people are going to get up and go around their things and do their things. Here's the automaton. Maybe we'll have a look and see what this thing can do. No explanation how it gets down there. I wish I knew how to... Oh, there it is. See more about automatons. L3 gets you the menu open, by the way. Can replace an entire crew at most workplaces. They're produced in a factory. They work 24 hours a day. Their efficiency is 60%. La 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 la. They cost a lot to make. Right, okay. Well, could we, for instance, where would we want to put it? I mean, I don't think you can put it here, can you? No, that's all workers. Could you put it here? One automaton. You can. and that would get us 4.8 an hour, but it works non-stop, right? If that were not there and we had all these people working, I don't know how much it's making. How much does it make? The sawmill makes 64 a day with those people, wasn't it? No, 81. That's the storage. Does that... $4.8 times 24 is a lot. Let's see what's happening. Let's get these people. Are there any other shortages anywhere? What's this? Hello. Using automatons. Yes, I see. Oh, that's good. Thank you very much. There's some people that could be employed there to efficiently make that work. And how are we with the food situation? We should be better now. We've caught up. So I reckon get those people in there. And we're giggling, right? We're absolutely giggling. Unfortunately, I've just about run out of time. So we're going to leave it there for now. Sorry about that. Middle of the cold snap. Our automatons just arrived. I think we've sorted out the coal thumper, so we now know how it works, which is it seems to not really matter where you put it. But these have an area of influence, and you obviously have to get into this area to use up the trees, which is fine. And it's operating at 60% efficiency because of the automaton. We have enough wood that we can probably get out to one of these other piles via a road, and we could come out here. People, it seems, are coming out that way, so you'd have to kind of come out that way, I think. What's that? 10, 11, 13. We could put that there and get people to build that. Could we get people to build that?
Work time. Get back to work.
There goes the automaton. Oh, and it just kind of sits there. And then we're going to take this, which is our sawmill, and put it right there. And it's going to pick up some stuff, and then when it's time to move it, we'll pick it up and move it. How's that? Sound like a plan, Stan? Right, there you go. Well, we're still alive so far. I think we're doing okay. We're not feeding everybody. I don't know why we're not feeding everybody. We should be feeding everybody. We have nobody who's unemployed. So I don't know why we're not feeding everybody, because our food situation says we absolutely should. So I don't know what the story is. The cookhouse is not working because it doesn't have any raw food. So I don't know where all the raw food is going from all these hunters that I've got. Is it because they're not hunting because it's too cold or something? Building is inactive. So I don't know what's going on. I still don't fully know what's going on with the food. Hopefully it'll sort itself out or something. I don't know. I'd like it if it did, because that would help me out a lot. I don't know why this is operating at only 90%. Oh, I know why. Someone will be sick in treatment. Yeah. And this is my coal pile, and I've got my kids doing that, which should be fine. And I guess some of them are in treatment. Okay, so there you go. We're soldiering on. Third time's the charm, and we'll see how long we can go. We can go, eh? Blimey! I'll see you soon. I really hope you like it. It's quite an ingenious little game. Let me know what you think. Please please subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let me know if you have played it, and if you are playing it. If there's any tips or tricks that you want to share, feel free. I'll see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now.
sont